Good morning. Well, today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Laura Kaiser here. And Laura actually has two businesses, Engage Social Media and Simply Impeccable Fudge. Laura, thanks for jumping on the call with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. This is exciting.
It is my pleasure. I'm excited, and our viewers are excited to learn how you can help them and solve their problems. So, when people ask you what your business does, or both of your business, how do you describe them?
So, Engage Social Media was really a really good way for my small business friends, even medium-sized businesses, to be able to get someone working on their team as basically an outsourced social media person. Because everybody knows they need to be on social, but not every business owner knows how to be on social, nor do they have the time or the bandwidth to figure out and learn that whole thing in addition to running their business. So it's nice to be able to outsource the social media, which is where I come in handy. So I can help with anything from newsletters, social media, and then the follow-up social media engagement. I can do event planning. I do have lots of different things that just depending on the client I can bring to the table, which is great. And the fudge business, don't need to say too much more about that. It's fudge, it's caramels, it's marshmallows, it's turtles, it's peanut butter bites, you name it. But the beauty of that is it's all gluten-free, wonderful snacks that people can order, and I ship during the winter months too. So they make a great gift and they can travel nationwide.
And I imagine that both of those businesses can melt together in some ways. You know, if you're working with social media, then you can offer that fudge to them.
Absolutely. And a lot of people have bought in the fudge as client gifts. I've had some realtors that have done that, some photographers. And so anybody that signs on to their business gets this welcome gift. And it's a great way to shop local. It's a great way to support women entrepreneurs, lots of benefits, which is great.
Totally. I love it. So when you were first getting started with your social media business, tell me about how things have changed since you were started planning that business.
Well, it was interesting. So I was working for a statewide nonprofit at the time, and I was introduced to the people that were running Foxconn. And they wanted to start a $1 million competition called Smart Cities, Smart Futures. And so they hired me to create the logo, create all the different social media platforms, and really start from scratch and be able to build up this smart city and be able to promote it. And so this went out to all the different higher ed students, faculty, and staff throughout Wisconsin. So it was really neat to be able to do that. And that was back in 2018.
Huge.
Yeah.
So what is the biggest way that you impact your community, do you think?
I think the biggest thing is that I'm a huge connector and a maven. So if I love something, I'm going to tell 18 people about it, and who are going to tell their next 18 people. The epitome of the whole maven mentality. I'm also a huge fan of being a connector. So when I know two really amazing people that should know each other, I'm going to make sure that I can get them all connected and make sure that all the stars are aligned to make sure that all the right people know each other, because we have such an amazing support network of people that are around, that are between entrepreneurs and service providers, and why not put them all together so that they can all know each other. So I'm wonderfully blessed to have a huge network of people, and I'm super excited because now you're one of them.
I am right there with you. I am always referring. And part of the reason why we do this is so we can actually send out these referrals. Oh, this is who Laura is. This is what she looks like. This is what she's all about. Because you're going to describe your business better than I can. But so we'll send you the link for this so we can share and connect, and you can see all the other people that we've interviewed in the past. And I also do a highlight reel thing, so I'll send that off to you too. So what is the one challenge that you have faced that other business owners could learn from you?
I think the biggest thing is just understanding what your passions are and what you want to do. Don't meld where your business goes based on what everybody else is telling you should do. If somebody says you need to open up a brick and mortar store and you don't want to open up a brick and mortar, don't. I think the important thing is to understand the bigger picture of where you want to be and not just where people think you should be. So that's definitely a really big listen to your friends, listen to your connections, the investor friends you may have, the bankers. Feel free to ask a lot of people questions and advice, but at the end of the day, stay true to what you want your business to be, because it's your business. It's not anybody else's.
That's huge. Thank you for that. I hope everybody hears that too. What does the future look like for you, and do you have an exit plan?
Definitely not an exit plan. I don't have the kind of business where I'm looking for someone to take it over. I don't even want to have employees at this point. I feel like both of the things I do are such a niche that it'd be really, I would love, let me take that back. I would love to be able to keep the Simply Impeccable Fudge as my passion project. I love doing it. I've asked my son if he's interested in it to take it over someday. And he's like, Mom, nobody could make it like you do. And I'm like, that's adorable, but that's not quite true. If somebody had all my recipes and they watched me do it, they could do it. I am replaceable to my own business if need be. But the engaged social media, you know, I think it would take somebody really to have the right mindset to be able to come on board with me and be a partner or be an employee. And it's something that I'm definitely open to if it gets to that point. I'm looking for potential growth down the road, but I'm not secured on it. So I'm not married into the idea that my business is going to be X by 2023 or X by 2024. I'm just kind of trying to take it month by month and grow organically as it needs to grow. So it's good. I'm balancing it out with also being a marketing or working as a content curator for a marketing agency. And then I'm also a finance assistant for a law firm. So I've kind of got a lot of different hats that I juggle kind of every week. So I try to strategically grow if anything grows.
Wonderful. Growth is necessary, but yeah, you got to grow at your own speed. And it sounds like with your network, you're going to get there pretty quickly. Finally, all subjects open. What inspires you most?
I would say my female friends who are pursuing their dreams. I have so many friends that are honestly just such badasses and are not letting anything hold them back of getting in the way of their dreams and just being very real and honest about obstacles that they occur along the way. I think that somebody looking out from the outside, looking who's working a 9 to 5, looking in, thinks that entrepreneurs have like a golden dream. They're working for themselves. They nap when they want to nap. Granted, you can nap when you want to nap, but it's more than that. It's more you have to be in the right mindset, the time frame, the time management, the finances. They all kind of have to align. But I think the really important thing is that the people who inspire me are the ones who are honest about the obstacles that they overcome. For example, there's a picture of Amber Sweener and she's laying on the floor crying because she got basically scammed out of some money. And it's one of those things where it's just, you see those things and it's like, it's not all glamour and it is not all rainbows and sunshine. There's a lot of dirt and nitty gritty along the way and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to be able to be a successful entrepreneur, but you have to be able to be resilient to all those different obstacles that come in your way and lean on your friends that have been there with you. You are not in it alone. Granted, you may be sitting in your house alone doing the work, but you are not alone. It's a very strong community of women. So definitely tap into it.
That is awesome. That gave me goosebumps. Thank you so much for sharing those badass women for sure. You know, anybody who is an entrepreneur is a risk taker or maybe a risk seeker. And yeah, we really thank you for your time today. That's absolutely awesome.